Hello everyone, it's Melinda J. Welcome back to my channel on Honey Soul Child Bottega. Okay, this is the spiritual metaphysical content and also some how should I say this? Some spiritual guidance, collective guidance, life enlightenment content over here. All right. So, this reading is going to be about self-care. I just recently did a self-love reading, so feel free to check that out. And it will be listed as probably listen due to the fact the messages, the cards that was coming out within that reading, it had to deal with listening. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it. So, for the card up here, this is going to be the current state. This card here is the self-care strategy. These cards right here are blockages, as well as this is the chakra card is a blockage. It's going to represent the blockage, and this card here is going to represent the shadow work that needs to be done or could be done to tackle the blockage. And then this card here is going to be about how to address what is the collective going to do about it. This is the benefits of addressing what has been blocking you and stopping you from tending to self-care. And then, of course, this is the inspiration card on how the collective will thrive, as well as a little healing segment at the same time. All right. And then this little card over here, this is like extra guidance. Okay. All right. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Please keep in mind, this is a timeless reading. Everything is not set in stone, and take whatever resonates and leave what is not. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. Okay. I have no control over your decisions that you make. Okay. However, the decisions that you do make will and could determine your future. Okay. All right. Without further ado, the current state of the collective with the sacred oracle is the spark of hustle. Okay. So we're going to tap into this energy, and 7 plus 1 right here at the bottom, that equals 8. That is dealing with infinity, power, and success. So what this card is saying in oracle terms, the spark of hustle, the essential meaning is the spark of inspiration, divine intervention, finding your calling, work that makes you happy, or renewed hope. So those are essential meanings. All right. The self-care message for this is you're either hustling too hard, getting lost in the grind, workaholic tendencies, or manifesting busyness, or a time to be careful of what you wish for. And to go on, it says, when inspiration hits and totally immerses your senses in the possible. That is the spark of hustle at work. It is when every cell of your body hums with the desire to put something out into the world, and when you feel that whoosh of energy that brings new ideas to life, the spark of hustle feels like calling, a compelling, like something that cannot be ignored. This card is full of hope and expectation because it whispers, yes, it's coming. And yes, you can do this. Spirit is sending superstar blessings your way, along with a passion that has been divinely amplified. Look for projects and experiences that are full of excitement and joy, and say yes to the opportunities that feel totally on purpose. If you're feeling overwhelmed by the magnitude of your sacred task, remember that big soulful endeavors usually push us to go beyond the limits of what we know to be possible. This is how we grow. Use the spark of hustle to evolve and expand, because it is your guiding star. Okay. And then it says, how much space do you leave in your calendar for the sparks of inspiration that will be? Are you allowing space for last minute ideas and inspiration? What would you what do you do to actively fuel your flame of hope? Are you listening, or are you feeling resistance to the word hustle? What would an easy kind of fluid productivity look like? What needs to happen so that your flow feels like an unhustle? How can you make sure it fills your reserves rather than drains them? In other words, with this card, it is definitely talking about hustle. When we think about hustle, majority of the time people say work hard, play hard. However, in my perspective, it's more like work smarter, not harder. That way you won't drain yourself out, which deals with planning with practical, logical energy, so you won't be able to overwork yourself, as well as you won't necessarily be burnt out in the end. So this card is definitely saying, and the current state is definitely saying, work smarter, not harder, because it feels like people are just like this right now, trying to get it, trying to get it day by day, because we always hear this saying, hustle hard, hustle real hard. You know that song? If you get my drift, that was the song that was popping up in my mind as I'm talking about this particular card. With the orange in it, is giving sacral chakra energy. When it comes to creating a project, or you even creating a human being that's about to be brought into this world. And then you have this yellow portion at the top that's dealing with the solar plexus chakra, that's dealing with willpower, determination, confidence, self-esteem, all that. So with these two colors merged together and is in full effect and balance well, you will begin to have that spark, get that inspiration in regards to hustle. And whenever a hustle becomes a business, a full-blown business, or just a side gig to be exact, make sure it's something that is not considered work, but you are getting paid for what you put out, as far as like a service or a product. Instead of just, it's more like, is your passion that you're fully putting your eggs in the basket in? Is it leading towards your purpose? Is it for your highest good? Is it giving you, is it fulfilling you? There it is. There's the word. Is it fulfilling you more, or is it draining you every time you finish the project or you finish the task? So it's all about balance. Is the hustle feeding your soul, or is it draining your soul? And if it's feeding, that's good. Just work smarter and not harder at it. That way you won't burn out in the end. And if it's draining, then you probably need to reevaluate it. If you just doing a job just to get by, or you think of course it's like the new thing that's spreading about and everybody's jumping on it. Well, is it draining you, or is it fulfilling you? Okay, so that's how the current state of mind for the collective is. Is the energy fulfilling you, or is it draining you? Okay, is your job or your business or your hustle, is it draining you, or is it fulfilling you? Okay, so dang, I spent like 9 minutes on that dang card on one card. Let me keep going. All right, so the self-care strategy, we have make a meal. All right, making a meal. When it comes to making a meal, are you making the meal with good intentions, or are you making the meal with bad intentions? Let me explain. Are you making the meal with love? Are you putting love into cutting and cooking the meal and tasting it to your liking it? Or are you just making it just to get it and over and done with, okay? Because not only you are what you eat, but also whenever food preparation is being done before it gets put into the mouth, well, was it full of love, or was there love put into the meal, or was it just hit it and quit it and okay, I'm done? Were you able to enjoy the meal like you wanted to? Okay, so that's what the strategy for this is about. All right, to clarify this, let's clarify it. To clarify this card, clarify the make a meal card. Clarify the make a meal card. Clarify the make a meal card. Clarify making a meal card. Ooh, okay. Balance. Here we go. Balance. Partnership. If your wife or your husband can't cook, use this opportunity to make love in the kitchen. Figuratively and literally, okay? Yeah, it can do wonders for a couple to be in the kitchen learning from each other, with either one of them know how to cook well, or slice the food, or get the food. Sometimes making a meal for either you and your partner or for your family, and there's love into making that food, that can definitely bring balance into a relationship as well as the family as a whole. So I know during the pandemic, a lot of people were tapping into cooking the meals a lot more at home because everybody was stuck at home and was limited to the places they went or could go. So use this time to get in the kitchen, go to a cooking class outside of your home. That way you don't have to worry about cleanup. You could just go there for a good old date night, or you could just go there yourself and just learn from each other cooking, okay? Learn, because food feeds the soul, okay? Just like music can feed the soul. Dance can feed the soul. Food can definitely feed the soul, okay? And at the bottom of the deck, we have the universe. The universe, okay? Which is completion, all right? Next, let's go to the card of the blockages. So what might be stopping the collective from tending to self-care? I mentioned this with this first card here. Hustle, the spark of hustle, workaholic. This is a throat chakra card. Throat chakra is dealing with self-expression as well as creative expression as well. And whether it's vocally or through the arts, okay? It definitely reveals at the core level matters of communication. This includes creative focus, your ability to be heard and understood, being able to communicate the truth you feel in your heart, and bring forward all the positive attributes of these cards, okay? So with with this workaholic card, it is definitely telling us that here the earthly brown of creation mixes with inspirational violet. This card indicates one of the most powerful manifesting energies. Now you are very prolific. If what you are creating stalls, you may need to recharge. So, and know your limits. So again, know your limits, because your shadow side that needs to be worked on is codependency, which is, this is a relationship addiction. You are relying too heavily on the other person for your sense of self-worth. Give yourself more self-love. I encourage you all to go ahead and don't click off just yet, but after this video, go ahead and watch the self-love reading, because it's gonna have some messages in there where it is definitely talking about giving yourself more self-love, besides of the whole entire video being about self-love. But please go check that out. Please, I really encourage you all to check it out, and I'll link it in the description below for quick access. Okay, so definitely do that. Get over the codependency. When you're in a relationship, yes, it is a partnership, but both individuals need to be definitely on the same page in all aspects. But don't get into a bind to where you're codependent of each other, because that's not how it goes. You know, you give and receive. That's, you're breaking giving and receiving one-on-one. Okay, so, and when you're in a relationship, still maintain, please still maintain yourself and your self-dignity, your self-worth within the relationship. Because yes, when we all are in relationships, we do tend to go head over heels for the individual, and we tend to merge ourselves within the individual instead of being supportive of one another and pouring into each other's cup. You know, when you get married, majority of the time you'll see individuals pour, there'll be one glass that's empty, right? And then beside the glass, there'll be 2 glasses full cup of either water or sand. And the priest will have the individuals pour into each other's cup at the same time. That way the cup could fill up and be overfilled with abundance, joy, and so forth and so on. That's what a relationship is about. It's not one upping another. It's all about pouring into each other's cup, not being codependent of each other to where we lose ourselves within the relationship. Okay, because why? It's going to cause obstacles and challenges, and you don't want that. And this is a fire energy card. You don't want that to happen. Okay, trust me, you don't. Because it will lead to some sudden change with the number 5. All right. Okay. On to the next. We have, how will the collective address the situation? What are we going to do about it? What are we going to do about it? We have the storm card that came out. Number 44. 4 plus 4. That's 8. Hello. 4 plus 8. 8 energy. And it says every hurricane comes to an end. Every hurricane comes to an end. So, in other words, yes, there will be storms that come about. There will be obstacles and challenges that come about. But just know, in the end, the storm will wear out in itself. So, with this card, it says, just when you thought things were taking a turn for the better, in came a hurricane of hurt. Now you find yourself utterly exhausted from trying to survive it all. Rest assured, the clouds are finally starting to part, making room for the much needed sun. Like the clouds, you should also let go of the past or present pain in order to make room for something better. So in a nutshell, this card is definitely talking about forgiveness. Okay, definitely talking about forgiveness. So we're going to clarify this. Let's clarify it. Clarify the storm card for me, please. Spirit, clarify the storm card. Ooh. Okay. 2 came out. So we got intuition. Please. This is my 3rd time telling you all this. But please go watch my self-love reading. Because this is what it's definitely talking about. But I went deeper in context with it. So please go watch it. Intuition, High Priestess energy. Follow your intuition. And emotional withdrawal. Number 8 again. It is the hustle fulfilling you, or is it draining you? Is it fulfilling you or draining you? These are all 8. 8, 8, 8. Look up the numbers 888, please, during your leisure. And see what it's all about. Better yet, I'm going to tell y'all my dang self. I'm going to tell y'all myself. Let me do a quick Google search right quick. I'm going to tell y'all my dang self of what 888 means. Let's see what it's giving. Let's see. 888 angel number. Meaning. 888 angel number. Meaning a sign of good things on the way. The main 888 angel number meaning is success and financial good luck. If the universe is sending you 888, you are moving in the right direction. So, hello, 888 energy, 888 energy, okay? And this is an emotional card. So, when you are drained from your hustle, and it's not fulfilling you, it will cause an emotional withdrawal. And you don't want your hustle to be like that. So follow your intuition and seek the answers. Go within and seek the answers that you're trying to find in regards to either recalibrating or basically just ending a job if you're at a 9-to-5, and find employment elsewhere. That way you can be able to still tend to your hustle if you do have a side hustle, and then be fulfilled at the same time. Okay, so that's what 888 energy is given, and I'm gonna put that 888 energy down at the bottom of the video. So just look, I'll just look out for it, because I'll have the meaning down at the bottom. You don't have to look it up. I'll look it up for you. Okay, next we have the benefits of addressing the obstacles. What possibilities could come towards us in regards to addressing the blockages. We have the love card, and due to the fact that this card is blue, is definitely coinciding with the workaholic energy. And number 6, that's dealing with balance. That's also talked about in the self-love reading. The number 6, watch out for a card that's number 6, okay? So the meaning behind the love card with this numerology wants us to know that this card indicates a need to see the world through the eyes of love, and to remember at all times that only love is real. When you look beyond the illusion to see the beauty in the world, you can align yourself with source and the intentions of your soul, because you attract what you are. When you see through the eyes of love, that is what will surround you in the areas of your life. This card also indicates a need to go within to recognize and address any limiting thoughts and beliefs that are holding you back from experience love. This is a time when you must ask yourself, am I truly open to giving and receiving love? Can I just get through telling y'all that? I love this. Do I truly believe I am worthy of love? That's codependency. And also, do I really believe that love exists for me? Hello? Because love only comes when you believe that exists, when you are open to giving and receiving, and when you know you are worthy. In order to improve your current situation, you are being asked to adjust to and harmonize with the natural rhythm and cycles of your life. Cycles that are encouraging you to see and believe in love. When you believe in yourself and cherish yourself as it is today, love will embrace you in ways you've never known. Unconditional love of self and others will attract more love to your life. Your affirmation for this card here is, I see through the eyes of love and attract more love into my life. Bam. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Okay? Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Let's clarify that. Even though it don't need clarifying, but we're going to do it anyway. Let's clarify it. Clarify this love card for me, please. Clarify this love card for me. Spirit. That was a lot. All I need is one card. All I need is one card. Not one mic, but one card. I was trying to keep this under 30 minutes, but sounds like this message has to be stand your ground with the number 7. Stand your ground. Stand your ground, everybody. Stand your ground. Know your self-worth. That is definitely what is given. Know your self-worth. Okay, let's see. Stand your ground. Stand your ground. Stand your ground. And this is dealing with a fire energy as well. Stand your ground. It's all about comes a time when you're being tested and challenged. There may be fierce competition and potential rivals surrounding you in your personal or business life, but know that you have the strength and inner courage to stand your ground no matter how hard or formidable things may appear. Don't surrender or give up control you have. Be brave and stay true to your core lives and belief system, which are your best allies and will help you move forward. It's important for you to remain clear and focused, for you to have stand alone and defend your convictions to the end. Maintain your healthy and stay strong so that you have an ample supply of energy to endure anything. That this could be a long and arduous yet ultimately hard-won victory. And this is 7 of Wands energy with the original tarot. Okay. Now, lastly is how would the collective thrive? And I will not clarify this card because it does have an action portion with this within the guidebook. And it's all about, are you teachable? And I did talk about how about going out on a date to a kitchen that does cooking classes and see how teachable you and your partner are to each other or individually. Okay. How teachable are you? Didn't I come across a number 9 card? You know, I gotta make sure. Nope. Okay. So what this card says, are you open to learning new things in life? How high is your desire to let go of judgment, doubt, negativity, and self-sabotage? And it says, what are some of your favorite things to do? Is it watch TV, go shopping, play golf, drink, gossip with your friends? Are you willing to give those things up in order to create time to learn something new? Are you sick and tired of being sick and tired? What is your willingness to really apply what you learn? You might be learning many new things, but be resistant to change. Every time you begin to think, I already know this, I've heard it before, it doesn't apply to me, your ability to learn diminishes enormously. And it is at the point you may become virtually unteachable without realizing it. Unless you apply what you have learned into your life, you won't really know it. This card is beckoning you to not only be open-minded, but to take specific action towards change. So the action for this card, it says, create change. You need to start with something small, like the way you pour your tea. Eventually, you will change your habit. This builds confidence as you start working towards big changes you need to make. In the next 48 hours, take a step forward towards changing some area in your life. This could be something small like buying a journal to write your dreams in, or talking to someone about your transformation. Then every day do something, even if it takes only a couple minutes, towards creating positive transformation in your life. Another thing you can do is ask yourself many times during the day, am I teachable right now? Or do I think that I know better? People who are the most teachable experience the most success in their life. Okay? Period. So, in the end, how teachable are you? All right? And so for an additional message to leave off with the collective, we have self-love. This is my last warning. This is my last pleading cry to y'all to go check out my self-love reading to coincide with this, okay? It says, now is the time to love, nurture, and heal yourself. Self-love is not simply a state of mind about feeling good. It's a state of appreciation for yourself that grows and matures from actions you take to support your body, mind, and soul. Okay? And to dive a little deeper into that card, it says, Taking care of and loving yourself is not only a sign of being selfish, but one of necessity. This card is a timely reminder to acknowledge how much you have given to others, but in doing so, how you also forgotten about your own needs and what's truly good for you. When you focus on what you need as opposed to what you want, you'll gain the strength and purpose to refrain from making the same mistakes. You'll become more aware of past negative behavior and thinking patterns that have caused you hurt or distress. As a result, you may be able to stop and change them into positive affirmations both now and the future. Learn to nurture yourself. Work with what helps you keeps you healthy, such as good nutrition, exercise, meditation, and relaxation. Take time outdoors in nature and choose wisely with whom you wish to surround yourself. When you learn to come from a place of self-love, you'll be able to accept your weaknesses and acknowledge past mistakes. Forgive yourself and know that they were important lessons to learn to create clarity and strength for the future. Be good to yourself. You deserve it. And that's the ending on that, y'all. Okay? Yes, I love it. Okay? Please, and that concludes this message, y'all. Please leave a comment down below if this message resonates with you. If it doesn't, that's fine. There'll be more to come. I'm just so excited to relay this message for you all because I feel like someone out there really needs it besides myself, okay? I'm not excluding myself from this party. We all are in this together. And feel free to follow me on all my social media platforms. Right now, it's just Facebook and Instagram. And of course, I do post my daily messages on Instagram and TikTok on my TikTok for the other channel, the Melinda J channel. But other than that, please be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I don't know what y'all waiting on. Go ahead and hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel, okay? Because these messages, they are here and they're here to stay, and you can always come back and get some and go back on some of the things that could come across if it hasn't done so already. All right, I'm close to 33 minutes on recording this, so I'm about to end it right now. Always remember to love thyself, know thyself, soothe thyself so you can heal thyself, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, you guys.